Yeah, just just in case. You never know.
I love it. I'm going to just refresh my page here and then share it into the groups. But guys, we're live. If you're watching this after the fact, drop a comment, drop a question, drop anything that kind of comes to your mind so that we can, jump back into the comments and help you out. If you're watching here live, I'm just sharing this into the group now, and I will be right back with you. But if you're watching this live, drop a comment. My man has been gracious enough to, take a peek. Let us take a peek at what he's doing, and we're gonna make it happen.
Yes.
All right, I am just doing the post here, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty. So, how do you pronounce your name? That's the first order of business.
It's like Kyrie, like Kyrie Irving.
Cyrie.
It's Kyrie, like Kyrie Irving.
A hard K.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna dive in here with Kyrie, and we are gonna take a look at his site. So you made a post in the group earlier today.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna pull that up here. So we'll actually pull that up, see what you said. Love the fact that you made the post. Great use of the group here.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've got this post. So he says, "Hey, need some help? Got over 160 reviews on Google. I can confirm that. Up almost to 170 here. Got a great website. Been in business for about 3 years. For some reason, just can't get traffic to my website to get the phone ring. Any suggestions? Running Google ads, not really any calls there. Thanks. Appreciate it in advance." Got some great comments here. Eric and Matt jumped in, both fantastic fellows. Matt came back with some great stuff, which we'll go through there. Yeah. But talk a little bit about, for those that are watching, I know we chatted just for a second before I went live, but what is your main source of leads right now? I'm going to do this kind of as if, we're not live, and then anybody can jump in and ask questions and whatnot. But what are like your main sources of leads right now?
I would say, honestly, repeats and Thumbtack. I don't know. I just been in business so long. Like when I first started off, I didn't have really anything. So I was just like grinding. And then a lot of people like, "Oh, we see what you're doing." They were like fans and stuff like that. So I got like really big with that. And then it been like repeats from there. And then Thumbtack. There's a lot of Thumbtack, a lot of Google. I always had my website probably from the beginning. I got it made with, I got it professionally made. So I had it for a while, but yeah. And I always had reviews on there. Like I always had it, but most of my leads, I would say, come from Thumbtack probably.
And now you do moving and junk removal, correct?
Yeah.
What do you want? Yeah. What are you doing now? Like, what are you seeing the most come through there for you?
More moves.
More moves? Which do you prefer? Junk removal?
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about breaking it. You can just throw it in the truck, right?
Yeah. And it's just like, I get junk removal, but not like how I want them, like consistently.
Where do you want to be working mostly? Because you're in Claymont.
So it's like, if you're not from here, you wouldn't understand it. But like the tri-state area is literally the tri-state. Like I can get from Philadelphia to Delaware to Jersey in 20 minutes.
Yep.
That's how close they are. So it's like I'm right on the border.
Yeah.
So I'm
they all kind of
Delaware. So. But Philly is like 30 minutes from me. That's a huge market.
Yeah.
I'm also in Wilmington, Delaware, which is a pretty big city also. But I would rather get most of my leads in Wilmington if I lived there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of outsourcing and going somewhere else. But obviously you got to go where the money is.
Sure. Why can't you get jobs in Wilmington?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm here to figure out.
Have you done jobs there before, or do you do more?
Yeah, I did jobs everywhere, but nothing consistent. Like I would say most of my work is in PA.
Okay.
And I am from PA, but I don't think that's the reason. I moved out in Delaware probably like 4 years.
Yeah, I don't think Google knows that.
Yeah, much. Google don't care about where you're from. They want to know what can you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Let's look at your Google business profile to start with here.
Okay.
Do you get jobs? Do you have a tracking number on here by chance, or do you know what?
I think I do now.
Okay. Do you know how many calls kind of came through here in the last month or so?
I can find out. I have it on the phone.
Could be,
but we didn't have a tracking on there. We didn't have a tracker on there.
Okay, cool. You'll see it in the business profile backend. You'll be able to see the stats there. But yeah, so this is good. Let's take a peek here. So you've got Downingtown and nearby areas. You've got great reviews here. You are replying to the reviews, I would assume.
I try.
Awesome. Awesome. What's your review uptake rate? Like how many do you get as a percentage of the jobs that you do?
So that's the problem. So remember how I said most of my leads was coming from Thumbtack. So sometimes they would try to leave a review on there. I would try to put it on there. So I got a lot of reviews on there, but they don't translate over. So it doesn't matter when you're trying to build a business.
Sure. I mean, Thumbtack is decent to have it there. You're posting here. What I would try to do, Cyrie, is I would try and post from every single job. So on your phone, you can just go onto the Maps app and take a picture of you, a selfie with the junk, selfie with the vehicles, maybe a picture of you with the client. I see you smiling. Sounds like that's
I never take pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like an old man. That's the problem. Like, and I know that's like you'll see stuff and it's just like people don't want to see junk. They want to see you. And I'm learning that. Like maybe
you started taking pictures more now because I was just creeping your profile.
I try. I don't really do not much.
This one here, okay. So you got that there.
So I picked that up today, but that's
nice.
Like
so go on to Google Maps, search for your business, and then make a post to your business with that picture.
Okay.
Obviously, maybe it's not so obvious, but for those watching or for you, Cyrie, don't put your phone number and website in the picture.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When you're putting it on a Google update or a Google post, you want to just put what you're doing or where you're doing it. Preferably a mix of both. So hey, just loading it. It looks like this was a move here.
Yeah, I think that was on Facebook though. I don't think that was on Google.
No, yeah, I'm just saying if you're doing it.
But don't put it on there neither.
No, it's fine on Facebook. Absolutely fine on Facebook. Okay. Google can get a bit finicky if you have the number and website on the image itself. Yeah, it used to be a technique that a little bit more gray hat SEOs would do to try and get the keywords in the picture too. But go on, just make a post if you can every day. I would make this like one of the more important things that you do.
Yeah, I don't post at all, and I'm not a social media guy, but I know I'm gonna get more into that now.
Sure. So I can send you a video after. Anybody who wants that, I actually ran this through recently for a couple clients because we've started seeing this with our clients as a really, really effective thing. I know other agencies that have as well. So Cyrie, I'll send it to you. Anybody who's watching, drop a comment and I can send the video to you as well, where I actually run through and I'm screen recording on my phone showing you how you can do it.
Okay.
So we'll get that over to you. Description here, family-owned business, junk removal, hauling, heavy lifting, moving, tri-state area. We do not discriminate on any job. I love it. In the back end of your listing as well, you can go in and you can tell Google all the things that you do and don't do. So like LGBTQ friendly. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that you can
play with. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
I'm going to bring it up here so that you can see it on the back end of ours here. So you can see here, this is where you can actually go into the listing and look at your calls and whatnot. Calls, business profile interactions, etc. Then you can go and make sure that all your services are up to speed as well on the Google business profile. So like list out every single thing that you do. You can get people to ask questions on your listing too. So like family, friends, employees, whatever. Think about questions that are related to where you want to work and what you want to do. It's like, hey, I've got, a garage that's just packed with junk in Swarthmore. And I'd really love to have someone come out. Is that something you guys can do, or do you offer free estimates? That can be something you get, an employee to ask.
Okay.
And then you can answer it and say, yeah, absolutely. We do garage cleanouts. We do everything, right? We'd be happy to come out and help you. You can add an update. So you can do it from the computer too. You can add an update here, select a photo, add a description. What I'd recommend for you, for anybody watching, is just talk about, if you get into the habit of doing at least one daily, you can literally talk about the job. So, hey, I was just in Claymont with the crew today, and we were able to help a wonderful client clean out her attic.
Okay.
You've mentioned what you did and where you did it while telling a little story.
Okay.
So yeah, better So most important thing to do is post daily.
Post
Good
daily.
is to post. Good is to post from your computer the updates. Better is to post from your phone, and best is to post before you even leave the job. So it's like right there, you're posting from that location. Google can
Okay.
tell. We've
Okay.
tested this with people posting from different areas.
So you got
And
to post from the actual job.
yeah, if you got a helper, you can train them how to do it, and they can
Yeah,
do
I
it.
usually have a guy with me, like most of the time, like all the time, mostly. So
Yeah, so we're teaching our clients to basically train their team so the driver's leaving, the helper is making this update as they're leaving, and then he can go on TikTok and scroll before they reach their next job. But that's then everybody's in on it.
okay,
So that's big there for you. I would get
post.
posting there.
Yeah.
You can link all your social profiles here. So if you've got an Instagram or a YouTube or anything like that, LinkedIn, make sure that they're linked on here.
Okay.
What I was saying about I think it's an edit profile here. So you can go down through, you can do the description, all of that, social profiles, service area, hours. Make your hours as long as possible. So as long as you can possibly be, like as early and as late. So
Okay.
that because as soon as it goes to, let's say you say it goes from 6 to 5. Once 5 o'clock hits and your listing is marked as closed, Google will automatically de-rank you compared to other listings that are open.
Okay.
So it does matter. If you're
Okay.
going to put 24 hours on there, make sure you can answer 24 hours, or you're going to get, people are going to call. They're not going to get an answer. Google can tell that too.
Okay.
So make something that's realistic. You can also in here, you can, if it's woman owned, whatever is applicable, just check that off. LGBTQ friendly, that's one I hadn't done here. Anything like that they give as an option, just check it off.
Okay.
Unless it's really against your,
So mostly
whatever.
just check it off. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Mostly check it off. Yeah, there's also a language one here that I feel like I've missed. But anyway, they have a section to ask for language too, where you can list off all the languages that you cater to.
Okay.
And then you can also do products here. So you can list moving, junk removal, etc. And then you can do a little bit of a write-up. 1,000 characters is what they allow here. And you can go in and fill that out with all of the info about what you do, where you do it for that service.
Okay.
It's going to be helpful for you. And then you can link it to, I didn't show that explicitly here. You can link it down here to a landing page URL. So in your case, I would do one for moving, and I would link it to this specific moving page.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
And then junk removal as well. You can link to this specific junk removal page.
Oh, see, I'm not tech savvy. I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh man,
We got you. We got you. Well, here's
I'm
the
only
thing.
28. I'm wet behind the ears. That's all.
Well, I've been like learning all this stuff for 5 years and plus.
All right, cool. Well, I don't feel too bad.
You're focusing on building your business,
Right? You ain't thinking about the little. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I'm just your guide in the internet jungle.
Cool.
An expert is only someone who knows 1% more than you, right?
Right. 1% could be a lot nowadays.
So this is Google Business Profile. Biggest takeaway: just post regularly. You're going to see some great stuff happen from that.
Okay.
Let's go to your website here. So Matt actually brought up some great points here. So Matt brought up some great points. So a few suggestions here. Number one thing would be to get your logo on the header linked here. So what he's talking about is if you can get this so it can click. This is what he's talking about. So if we're on the moving page and we click here, it takes it back. I'm actually not sure precisely what he means by that. Take a peek into that. Matt is actually sometimes more technical than I am, which is really cool. I've reached out to him and we've collaborated before. Rethink your header tags to make them more specific than generic. So the header tags here are this here. So I can actually show them here. So the same way when you're writing a article or essay in high school, you got your the layout of your essay, right? The H tags is how Google pays attention. So first thing it looks at when it looks at your page is the title tag, and that's what I'm hovering over up in the corner here. It says junk removal and moving, get it done services. I would change that to junk removal and moving, in Claymont at the very minimum, or junk removal and moving in the tri-state.
So I am changing. I am switching because I didn't know if my service area was a problem, but Claymont is like really small.
It
And
is
now
really
I
small,
live
yeah.
in Wilmington, which is the bigger city. It's like the
Oh,
city
okay.
in Delaware. So
Yep.
I am switching my Google to Wilmington.
Oh, nice.
Because I think that would help me get better traction. So I'm in the process of doing that with Google. They're just about to send it in the mail, so then I have to verify it.
Yep.
So once I do that, I think that will help just with the amount of people that's in the area.
Yes, and your Google listing will rank, even if it's a service area business, it will rank the best around where the address is verified.
Yeah.
So yeah, great move there. Then I would probably change this to junk removal and moving in Wilmington.
Yeah, I think
Delaware.
I'm gonna do that. Okay, I can do that.
And then same thing on this, number one junk removal and moving service in Wilmington here. Then your moving page here, moving services in Wilmington. You want to include what you do and where you do it everywhere you possibly can in the text on your site without being ridiculous. But you could have this residential moving in Wilmington, heavy lifting, etc. So that's what Matt was talking about.
So if I should I focus on Wilmington or should I focus on tri-state? Shouldn't I just focus on an actual city? Because it's enough. The population of Wilmington is probably, I don't know, I never looked it up, but it's probably 200,000 maybe.
70,000, but I imagine in the metro area, I would imagine it's probably a lot more than 70. You're probably at least 150 in the metro area. So you've got Wilmington, you've got Claymont. Like if you can rank, you've got a big population. It's not far off from where I am, right? So we started a junk removal company in 21, and would have been right around when you were starting, and we grew it quite big. It was like 30 to 50K months. In 80,000 population. So I think you've got a lot to start with here. Once you dominate this area, then you can definitely start moving out.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But for clarity for Google and whatnot, I would
do the Wilmington thing. Okay.
So I'm just going through Matt's stuff here. Consider creating separate pages. This was a big one that I saw right off. Junk removal has a million services underneath it. So you've got furniture removal. This is something that we, use for client planning. It's still a rough spreadsheet here, but if you look at this, it's quite small. Let me see if I can zoom it in here so that everybody can see. If you look here, we've got it broken up into residential, commercial, cleanouts, demo, etc. So just junk removal for residential. There's furniture, appliance, electronics, mattress, equipment, household waste, play sets, curbside pickup. All of this stuff is a specific service page that you can build.
Wow.
Google doesn't rank websites. Google ranks pages.
Service page. Okay.
Yeah. So the more specific you can be, and let's say you really love trash outs or clean outs, there's all these different types here: property, hoarder, estate, storage unit, rental clean out, HOA, garage.
So basically all of them be good, but the ones that I like most, I should create a landing page for them to get the most traffic for those ones.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then just build from there. Like you can, just from this list, there's like, at minimum 50 pages you could probably build out of services you like, right? So definitely want to focus on that.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of mentioned it here, right? All of these services you've got here, you have for a reason. Like you chose that when you built the site.
Right.
And so you'd want to build out a specific page for furniture and appliance removal in Wilmington.
Gotcha.
Big deal. Same with moving, the different types of moving is a little bit less specific, but residential, heavy lifting, moves.
But if I'm trying to get out of that, should I still focus on that? Or I do want to pay the bills, but I don't want to really go heavy into the moving, but I know that
I would go hard on what you want to be doing.
I want to be doing junk removal. I don't want to be investing my money in moving if I'm going to be doing this, and this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being honest.
So that's where I would go with that. Service pages, Matt brought up that, and I had that thought as well. Google ranks individual pages rather than entire websites. Content, this is the next point here. So on your website, you want to look at, so if we look at like junk removal in Wilmington, right? Is it Wilmington or am I saying it wrong? It is Wilmington.
Yeah, Wilmington, Delaware, like Wilmington,
there's one in North Carolina too.
Yeah, okay. It's the same thing. Yeah.
So yeah, once you move your listing in, you'll probably, and you start posting consistently, you'll probably start to be able to crack into the 3-pack here. But let's look at like Delaware junk removal. They are ranking for Wilmington here, and they might have an old. This isn't a good example here. I'm going to go back to your site then. So in your page, you want to talk about who you are, like on your homepage, for example, who you are, some blurbs about every service. So where you have junk removal, list out the services that you offer, as well as a small, I call it a blurb, but 100 words or so talking about cleanouts in Wilmington, and then linking to that service page that you're going to build.
Okay.
Talk about you, talk about, feature some reviews. That's awesome. Have some FAQs if you don't know, frequently asked questions. So if you don't know what to write for FAQs or frequently asked questions, you can go here. Where is my junk removal Wilmington? It might not populate. Yeah, here it is. So people also ask. This is a section here that basically gives
you tip.
Yeah, it gives you on a silver platter things that people are asking, right? So if you actually start opening these and closing them again, a bunch more populate, and you can choose the ones that like your customers would often ask.
Okay.
How do I get rid of junk in Wilmington? How much does junk removal cost? This is something that people shy away from a lot on their websites. If you can put pricing or
like a starting point,
or this is what affects your pricing. So if you have a piano in the attic, it's going to be a lot more expensive than if it's on the curb. If your hot tub is in the backyard and we have to cut it up and bring it through the house, that's going to be a lot more expensive than if it's on the curb or easy to access. Those are the types of things that you are explaining to a client all the time anyway when they're on the phone.
Yeah, you're going on the phone. Exactly.
So if you can educate them before they even get on the phone, you don't have to mention price at all, like the actual number, but you can talk about junk removal pricing in Wilmington. What affects junk removal pricing? What affects furniture removal pricing? What affects removing a hot tub and the price around that?
So some way to incorporate pricing on the website.
I would build a page for junk removal pricing in Wilmington.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I would include that in like frequently asked questions. So you can include these questions in little drop downs on your homepage.
Okay.
You can include community service that you guys do. You can include you want to have like 1,000 words on your homepage if possible.
All right.
Don't shy away from using AI, but just edit the content after you write it. So if you say, you can go to ChatGPT and you can say, hey, I'm a junk removal company in Wilmington, and I need you to write a comprehensive homepage for me. Here's a bunch of services that I do, etc. And then it will probably outline it for you. You can then go in and say, hey, fix that part. And then you can go in and just edit it. I find editing a lot easier than having to write from scratch.
Okay.
Don't just copy the AI writing onto your page.
Nah. I'm a college graduate. I ain't that. Come on, man. Plagiarism is a big thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're there for plagiarizing. You ain't got to get your own thing going on now.
I call it human optimized AI.
Yeah.
So get with that. And then on your service pages, so every page that you're doing for all these different services in junk removal, write out, at least 750 words around that service. And again, answer the question. Think about it from the perspective of your client. What are all the things that they ask you when they call for a garage clean out? Talk about those things. Talk about what affects the price. Talk about, every page could have a little blurb about pricing, for that specific service.
Okay.
Because that's really what your clients want to know when they're calling. Let's see if we missed anything that Matt said. Important to have more pages overall, a strong internal linking strategy. So internal linking would be, let's say you have this general junk removal page, then you build out a debris removal page. You can then link from the word debris removal to that service page for debris removal. And then you can, when you're writing about it, you can link back to other relevant pages on the site. Does that make sense?
Absolutely not. So, okay, how do you link it back though?
So in the builder of your website, so here's an example. Here's our website. We haven't really modified this at all since I built this back in 21. But here's an example. So this is integrity junk removal, and we're talking about what we do, and then we talk about the different areas that we serve, and each one of these words links to that service area.
Oh, okay.
So you're basically like helping the people navigate things that are.
I got you. It makes it easier for them to, yeah, right. I got you.
But it also makes it easier for Google.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you do like a list of things that you dispose of, you can link out to those different service pages. So here we've got appliance removal, and that has a page of its own. So we've linked it to the appliance removal page.
Gotcha.
So that's some examples there. Let's see. I think Matt hit a lot of the things I looked at when I was there. Experience, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. That's huge. So if you have awards, if you have anecdotes that show that you know what you're talking about, pricing is a big one. If you can talk about yourself and your history a little bit on the About Us page, that's all things that show Google that you're a real person, you're a member of the community. It just adds trustworthiness to the whole deal.
Okay.
Have I overwhelmed you yet?
I mean, it's a lot. I'm trying to take it in as much as I can. You know how I go.
Yeah, this is recorded. I can send you the recording after.
Okay, yeah, that'll be good.
I mean, it'll be there on Facebook too, but I actually have it as a recording. So,
okay.
So that's like big stuff there. I can keep going if you want, talking about a few tactics that you could use to get some quick wins as well.
Okay, that's fine.
So, how active are you in like the community groups on Facebook?
I'm just starting to really get active in there now. So I really started being active on Facebook a lot now. At first I wasn't, but I was like, all right, well, this is a tool. That's how I found you guys. And then I really started looking in there, and I'm like, all right, now I need to get into the group. I'm more of a guy who I just figure out as I go, but like that old fashioned, that's not the way to be anymore. So I'm trying to get more out there and reach out and talk to people a little bit more.
I love it. We've got Tim Doss in the house here. Awesome. How's it going, Tim? So when I talk about the community groups, I'm talking specifically like, let me pull some up. I haven't been active in them for a while locally, but let's find some here that we can show you.
Are you talking about the junk removal ones?
I'm talking about like local community groups. So like Fredericton Buy and Sell is like a big one that we have here locally.
Yeah, I've been in some buy and sell ones. Yeah, so I'm in like Newcastle County, which is in Delaware. Yeah, I'm in a couple of those. Yeah, I posted a couple of times in there. Yeah.
So there's a few ways you can get creative with it. You can also search in the group, like you can search a state sale. You can then message the people and say, hey, if you have a bunch of stuff left over. So like all of these are estate sales that are going on, it looks like, this weekend. So you can message those people and say, hey, no idea if you're going to get it all sold or whatnot, but give me a call if you need help cleaning it up. Happy to help you. I know people that have landed massive jobs that way, and you might make connections that will call on you later.
Okay.
So that's one way. You can also search the group every week or so for a junk removal. Anybody looking for junk removal. It's not a ton happening right now, but you can search for some of those terms, and then even if it's like from a year ago, you can still go in and comment like, hey, if anybody's still looking for it, give us a call. We'd love to help. And then it pops it back up to the top of the discussion feed in the group.
So then people could still see it again. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I was in the buy and sell section here. So if you go to the discussion here, let's try junk removal. See what comes up. No, it's a bit empty right now, but do that every once in a while. Make that a standard thing that you pop in every week or every couple of weeks, and then just stay active. Then the other thing that you can do is anytime you get something that's good off of a job that still works or still in decent condition, let's say a bedside table or a barbecue or whatever, there is so much power in just posting those up and saying, hey guys, we want to keep this out of the landfill. We're giving this away to a random commenter. Just comment down below if you want this or know someone that wants it. Now you're not selling at all. Right. So I typically make that post on the junk removal business page, like on your business page. So you make that post and then you share it into the group. And so now you've got some advertising attached to this community goodwill.
Got you.
And then people are commenting, you do the giveaway, you pick someone, you message them, drop it off. You've just saved, a little bit of weight for yourself from the landfill, but you've gotten a ton of free advertising.
Yeah, and you was able to network, right? Exactly.
Ton of free advertising. So that's something I loved doing. The other one is if you can connect with, and I'll send you this after as well. Tim says, I'm in all the local community groups. There's so many jobs to be had. Yeah. It's the more you can become active in there and known, and you'll do that by giving those things away. They'll be like, oh, I remember Cyrie, he was in here, they'll go search and tag you if someone's asking for junk removal. And then you get this massive following of people who have never used you and may never use you.
But it's still supporting your business and getting your brand out. That's all that's about.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So it's massive. The other one that I really enjoyed doing was we would do giveaways paired up with like this one was a meat market, grocery store. We did them with like restaurants and stuff. Anything food related, I would just reach out to them. I think I've got an email script in here as well. Yeah. So you can use this email script or use it on Facebook or whatever and just reach out to a bunch of people and say, hey, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Would love to have you involved. And, if we could just have $100 or $50 gift card to give away, then I'm going to get your name out there. And we're also going to be supporting the community. You set that up on your business page, and then you can share that into all the community groups as well. Be like, hey, we're doing a giveaway. It's awesome. Come have fun with us. Then you choose a random a winner from one of the commenters. And now again, you've given back to the community. It's buzz that's building around your business.
Okay. I can do that too. I like
Love
the
it.
giveaways.
Those are some big ones there. Referral partners are going to be big for you too. I'll send it. I don't know if I comment on this, if it will go out to all of the... Tim, if you're still watching, let me know if that comment came through. I just commented this. I'll show it on the screen, but I'll comment both of these blog posts where I have kind of laid out the strategy for referral partners and the gift card giveaways. But really solid stuff. If anybody needs that or needs more info on anything that we've chatted about, reach out. Any questions that you have from everything we've run through? I've thrown a lot at you here, man.
Yeah, I've been paying attention on Facebook. I've been hearing a lot of this stuff, so I've been kind of like really paying attention and on top of everything. So it's not a lot, but
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. You can say.
Yeah.
And props to being willing to jump on. I saw your comment come through, and I've been looking for something to do a live about, and I was like, all right, if he's at game, let's do it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I know it's not I'm out of my comfort zone, but I definitely appreciate you even jumping on here.
For sure. Awesome. Well, guys, appreciate you showing up. We'll finish up off air here. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment, reach out.
You guys.
And again, Cyrie, appreciate you. Matt and Eric, appreciate you guys jumping in the comments as well. And we'll see you later. Cyrie, just stick around. I'll just end the stream and I'll be right back.